Bhagavati. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. So, Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you very much for joining us today. I'd like to seek your good wishes, your blessings, talk about Madhavendra Puri and Srinivas Acharya. It was their appearance days yesterday, but we sort of ran out of time. So today we look at these two divine personalities. This is from the Chaitanya Charitamrit, Adi Lila, 9th chapter, 10th text.
Jaya Shri Madhav Puri Krishna. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jai Chaitanya Jaya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Madhav Puri Krishna Prema Pura Bhakti Kalpatarura Teno Pratama Ankura. All glories to Shri Madhavendra Puri, the storehouse of all devotional service unto Krishna. He is a desire tree of devotional service, and it is in him that the seed of devotional service first fructified.
So very important part of Chaitanya Lila is Madhavendra Puri. Before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, he sent his eternal associates like Advaita Charya. He came way before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jagannath Mishra, his father, Sachimata, his mother, and Madhavendra Puri, as well as Ishwara Puri, his spiritual master. So Madhavendra Puri was the spiritual master of Ishwara Puri. Appeared in the 14th century, so quite a while before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He took initiation from Lakshmipati Tirth in the Madhava Acharya Sampradaya, and is also highly revered by Vallabh Acharya Pushti Marg. Madhavendra Puri was a sannyasi. He had many disciples, including the famous Nityananda and Advaita. So Madhavendra Puri was very, very powerful personality. And of course, Ishwara Puri. Ishwara Puri is a spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gauranga. In one way or other, all the Vaishnavas in Bengal and Jagannath Puri are connected with Madhavendra Puri. Yes, Riyanj?
Ji, Lakshmivati Tirtha means who took Nityananda Mahaprabhu, na?
Sorry?
That Lakshmipati Tirtha only, na? Are different Lakshmipati
They're different, yeah,
Tirtha.
this is different. This is different.
Oh.
Now, Madhavendra Puri, his mood was completely absorbed in the love of Krishna. He would loudly chant and sing the names of the Lord and the glories of the Lord without thinking of time or place or circumstance. Sometimes in his ecstasy, he didn't know whether it was day or night. Sometimes he laughed and sometimes he wept. Sometimes he danced wildly and sometimes he fell to the ground unconscious. He took absolutely no interest in anything not connected with Krishna. And for fear of talking about anything other than the Lord, he always lived without a companion. So he would eat only if somebody offered him food. Otherwise, he would simply fast. This is really extremely renounced. So after extensive pilgrimage of Bharat Bhumi, Madhavendra Puri, he was in Vrindavan, wandering from grove to grove, constantly fainting in ecstasy, remembering Radha and Krishna's sweet Vrindavan pastimes. And of course, Krishna, as he always does, he reciprocated with his devotees' love. So one time in Govindkund, in Govardhan, Madhavendra Puri was fasting and meditating. And then suddenly a beautiful cowherd boy, Gopal, came with a pot of milk and placed it before Madhavendra Puri. Please drink the milk I have brought you, the boy said. So this is Govindkund in Govardhan, very famous kund. Seeing the beauty of the boy, Madhavendra Puri became satisfied in his mind. And hearing these sweet words, he forgot all hunger and thirst. Then, within an instant, the boy left the place. So Madhavendra's heart was filled with wonder. Later, he realized that the boy was actually Lord Krishna himself. He had been fasting. So Krishna also reciprocated. Don't fast. Have some milk. Yes, Riyaj.
Is this the pastime where you have to bring Chandan?
Yes, this is it. And this is Gopal bringing the pot of milk to Madhavendra Puri.
Did Krishna came in the form of Gopal? Or did Krishna came in the form of Krishna?
No, he came as Krishna himself. No, he came as a Gopal. He came as a
Cowherd
Gopal.
boy.
He was a hidden. He was hidden. But this looks like just a Gopal, but actually it's Krishna. Gopal.
He looks like Krishna.
He looks like Krishna,
Because,
but he hasn't got.
because the painting
He
is done
hasn't
like
got
that.
the different, things, the features that Krishna has. So he didn't recognize him immediately, but then he realized this is no different from Krishna. He's not wearing a peacock feather. He's not got, the jewelry that he would normally have.
He got stick and people.
Yeah. Cowherd boys always have a stick anyway. Yeah.
So Madhavendra Puri felt sad. He didn't recognize Krishna and he started searching for the Lord, but he couldn't find him. He couldn't find him. Soon afterwards, the same cowherd boy appeared to Madhavendra Puri in a dream, and he revealed to him that he as the Gopal deity is buried under some bushes nearby. And what happened, of course, long time ago, a priest had hidden the deity because he didn't want the Muhammadan soldiers to find the deity. And Gopal said, for many, many days, I have been observing you and I have been wondering, when will Madhavendra Puri come to serve me? Now that you have come, please unearth the Gopal deity, who is none other than my very self. So out of intense love, Madhavendra Puri excavated the Gopal deity with the cooperative spirit of the Vaishnavas, the Vajbasis. He called them all and said, I had this dream and please help me find Gopal. And then they found him and they performed the installation of Gopal, which was organized very, very well. And it was a very happy occasion filled with a lot of love. And that day, it's described that Gopal, who'd been fasting for a long time because he'd been hidden, was given a fantastic bath, abhishek, as well as a magnificent meal, chapan bhog, probably more. And Madhavendra Puri organized so well that for every day, for 2 years, there would be uncut offerings done by different villages for Gopal. So really well organized. So when we have deities installed, especially, we have to make sure that they're looked after well. Otherwise,
Those I have deities, I look after them.
Madhavendra Puri built an exquisite temple for Gopal and arranged for lavish, loving daily worship. I have accepted your service, said Gopal, because of your ecstatic love for me. Due to the oppressive reign of Aurangzeb, this original Gopal deity, known as Srinathji, was then later moved around 1669 to Nathwar in Rajasthan and is worshipped with great love and pomp. So he's still worshipped there in Nathwar as Srinathji. Very beautiful temple and amazing, amazing prasad. Every day they offer him most delicious foodstuffs. And there he is, Srinathji in Nathwar. Very, very beautiful.
I've been there, Haribo.
When did you go?
With Aruna and other sister about 3 years ago.
Okay. Very good, very good.
Jojo saw this deity, I also. Once I had a trip, parikrama to all over the holy places in world I was visiting. In that I heard about this and my father took and mother took.
Okay, good. To test Madhavendra's Puri still further, in another dream, Gopal asked him to bring a special kind of sandalwood pulp from Jagannath Puri to cool his body. Because his body had been underground for such a long time. He was very hot. So he said to Madhavendra Puri, get me some sandalwood pulp and cool me down. Delighted with this chance to serve his Lord, Madhavendra Puri, he didn't wait. Immediately he set off on foot on the 800-mile journey to Jagannath Puri. That's a long distance. He didn't say to Gopal, give me a few days, or wow, it's a long journey, give me a bicycle, or give me a plane.
Or tell anyone else to go.
Or get somebody else to do it. I'm busy. No, this is the attitude of the devotee. Yes, I will do it. Like Arjuna as well, same attitude. After he heard the Bhagavad Gita, yes, I will fulfill your mission. Along the way, he stopped first in Chantipur. This is Advaitacharya's place. And this is where the initiation then took place, I presume, of Advaitacharya. And then in Ramuna at the temple of Gopinath. And this deity of Krishna showed him another loving favor. So this is one of the most amazing pastimes. Every day the temple would offer, the priest would offer 12 pots of the most delicious sweet rice, kheer, to Gopinath. And Madhavendra Puri had heard about this delicious kheer. And he was standing before the deities and he was thinking, I wonder what it is like, what is the taste like, so that I can make it myself for my Gopal deity. It wasn't thinking that I want to taste it for my own pleasure. This is the nature of the devotee. He's always thinking about the Lord. But then he was immediately thinking, no, this was a wrong thought. Even before the Lord has eaten this, what's been offered to him, I have wanting to taste it. That's really wrong. So he left, feeling that he'd been an offender. He left the temple and he was repenting, and he went to the marketplace and he was just in lamentation.
Roji, he was just thinking, he did not eat, then why he have to feel?
No, because even thinking I want to taste it before the Lord has had it is not right. Yeah. So even at home, sometimes you may smell a nice cooking by your mother, but don't think, I'm going to eat that in a little while. Don't think like that, because then you are already in the mood of enjoying. Let it be offered to the Lord, let him enjoy it, and then later we can honor that prasad. So in the meantime, everybody was asleep. Gopinath, he was not asleep. He spoke to one of the Brahmins, the priests. He said to the Brahmin, get up and open the door to the temple. You will find a pot of sweet rice I have kept for Madhavendra Puri. Take it to him. He is in the marketplace. Now the priest was amazed. What the heck is going on here? This is a strange dream. Anyway, he woke up and he actually went into the temple and he realized, my goodness, Gopinath has stolen a pot of sweet rice. So then he was ecstatic. He went to the marketplace searching for Madhavendra Puri and he was screaming out, Madhavendra Puri, please come, take your pot of sweet rice. Gopinath stole it for you. You are the most fortunate person in the world. So eventually Madhavendra Puri heard and he was ecstatic. He was really happy. And he tasted the sweet rice. He was very grateful to the Lord. He even slowly he ate. Every day he would eat a little piece of the clay pot, because the clay pot must have been touched by Gopinath's hand. So he was thinking, this is also prasad. To this day, the deity in the temple at Ramuna is known as Kir or Shir Chor Gopinath, the deity who stole sweet rice. This is the Shir Chor or Kir Chor. Very beautiful.
Roji, there are 3 deities.
All Krishna.
And which deity?
Yeah, it's this one here. That's the main deity. He's all the garlands. And there's also Gopal here.
Which deity stole the
This one here.
The middle one.
Yeah, this Gopinath here.
Oh, this Gopinath stole?
Has anybody been to Ramuna? Probably not. It's a little distant away from.
I have been.
No, you haven't.
Experience have been good.
Madhavendra Puri continued then his journey to Jagannath Puri, and he already had a great reputation. Everybody had heard about what Gopinath had done for him. So when he went to Puri, the king greeted him very nicely, and he asked him, "What do you want? I can give you anything you like. You're a great devotee." So he obtained 82 pounds of this Malayan sandalwood. This is supposed to be the very best from the king. And the king also gave him many men to carry money as well, to pay tolls. There's all sorts of tolls everywhere set up by the Mohammedans. So after a little while, he set off on the journey, return journey back. And then he came back to Ramuna again. And he again visited the temple. This time the priests, they didn't want to bother Gopinath to steal, so they fed him the sweet rice. But as he slept that night, the deity, his own deity, his Gopal deity, appeared to him in a dream. "Oh, Madhavendra Puri, there is no difference between my body and Gopinath's body. They are one and the same. Therefore, if you smear the chandan on his body, you will also be smearing it on my body." So this is the kindness of the Lord. He was testing Madhavendra Puri. How strong is he in service? And the test was a tough test. He wanted him to bring so much sandalwood. But then Gopal is also very merciful. He can see the devotee works hard. And he thought, no, let him stay where he is. And my body is no different from Gopinath's body. So sometimes we may also encounter, maybe Guru Maharaj has given us quite a challenging order, a tough one to fulfill, but don't give up. And maybe even Lord Krishna may inspire us from within to do something. Don't give up, carry on, just do it. And let the Lord decide whether it's going to be successful or not. To us, it doesn't matter. It's a success even just doing some bhakti. Whether it turns out good or not, that's up to the Lord. So this is at this temple in Ramuna. This is covered fully in Gopi
Oh,
Chand.
this is the main date in the middle.
Yeah.
Hey, there is a small date.
Yeah.
So here the small date is there. Why did they not throw chandan?
Yeah, they have Utsav deities, but it looks like they decorate the big deities as well. Yeah, it's really amazing.
Oh.
And they do that in other temples. Srinathji, this is Gopal in Nathwar.
No. Is it?
Yeah.
Look different.
Did he? Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, you're right.
This
This
is
might be.
something else.
Yeah, no, this
Something
might be the Mumbai temple. Yeah.
Radha Gopinath.
Radha Gopinath temple. Yeah, you're right. It might be there. And then this is
I
Radha
went to Mumbai.
Shyam Sundar. They also have
Chandan.
this chandan smeared all over them. And they spend weeks making this chandan from the wood. Krishna Balaram covered in it.
Told you the background also they selected.
The what?
The background looks like real Vrindavan.
Yes, it does. It does. They do a fantastic job.
Nitai Gora.
Yeah. Gornitai, yes. Nrsingadev as well. In Mayapur, yeah. So, Lord Jagannath gave instructions to King Indradumna to perform this festival. Sparing the body of the Lord with ointment is an act of devotion. And the best ointment is sandalwood paste. Since the month of Vaishak is very hot in Bharat, the cooling effect of the sandalwood is very pleasing to the Lord. So this instruction comes from many angles. So sandalwood is also, paste is applied all over the body of Jagannath, leaving only his 2 eyes visible. And the Utsav Murtis, functional deities, they are taken on procession, placed in a boat in the Narendra Pokhari temple pond. To commemorate this festival, Lord Chaitanya also carried water sports with his devotees. So this is happening in Jagannath Puri. I don't know if it's happening this year, but it happens every year, round about now. Let's go. Jannan Yatra. Oh yeah, it's going, yeah. Oh, did we? In Jagannath Puri, Gauranga showed an intense mood of separation from Krishna, and it begins with a single verse spoken by Madhavendra Puri. And this is a really special verse. It actually is Radharani's verse. Ai dina daya dranata he
Dranata he
Madhuranata
Madhuranata Kadavalu
Hridayam
Hridayam Tvaraloka
Taram Daita Brahmyati Kim Karomi Aham.
You can read it, Riyansh.
Oh my Lord, oh most merciful Master, oh Master of my life, when shall I see you again? Because of my not seeing you, my agitating heart has become unsteady. Oh most beloved one, what shall I do now?
So this verse was spoken by to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he developed ecstatic symptoms. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj says that as the diamond Kaustubha jewel is the most precious among all rare, valuable jewels, this slok is the Rasa Kavya, the best verse in the entire treasury of Rasa poetry. Actually, this verse was spoken by Srimati Radharani herself. It was Radha's pathetic cry to Shyam Sundar, who had gone to Mathura, leaving her alone, desperate in Vrindavan. Radharani's mercy brought this same verse from the mouth of Madhavendra Puri. So he's one of the first acharyas to bring out the Madhurya Ras. Yeah, that's right. His impact has been huge. Before Madhavendra Puri appeared, the distributive succession of Madhavacharya had been full of ritualistic ceremonies. Hardly any sign of love of Godhead. They were more into the performance of the rituals. But Madhavendra Puri was the first successor of Madhavacharya to exhibit these symptoms of ecstatic symptoms of love of Godhead. The tree of devotional service to Chaitanya sprouted in him and later of Krishna, sorry, sprouted in him and later grew tall and broad in Chaitanya, the incarnation of Krishna for this age. Himself a disciple of Madhavendra Puri's disciple Ishwara Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spread devotional service throughout Bharat and ordered his own disciples to spread bhakti to every town and village, which has been achieved by our own Srila Prabhupada. At the end of his life, Madhavendra Puri was deeply absorbed in conjugal love for Krishna. In great ecstasy, he repeatedly uttered a famous verse beginning with the lines, "O my Lord, O merciful Master, when shall I see you again?" It is said that this verse was originally spoken by Srimati Radharani, and this same verse we've already chanted. Before the time of Madhavendra Puri, nearly all devotees worshipped Krishna alone, without his female counterpart. But after Madhavendra Puri introduced conjugal love of Godhead into spiritual life, more and more devotees began worshipping Krishna, together with his eternal consort, Radha. Madhavendra Puri ki jai. Any questions, any comments?
Rose, I took pictures when I went to Remuna.
Oh, you did go there then. I didn't believe you. Let's have a look. Have you got them?
I mean, I was joining, but in cell phone I still.
Okay, maybe you can show them tomorrow.
My father lifted me up and I took a picture.
Ah, so you went to Jagannath Puri as well?
Yes.
Okay, good.
That time my mother did not went and my father went to the ocean.
Wow. You got good
I
memory.
jumped into the ocean.
Okay, so let's stop Madhavendra Puri. How much time we got? Ah, no, enough time.
When I went to Remuna, they wrote sandal like that.
Yeah, I tell you what we could do. What can we do? Yes.